I'm going to talk about how to set and achieve any goals. But I am not just going to give you some tips and tricks. Instead, I am going to tell you a story about someone who went through a difficult journey to achieve his goal and what he learned along the way. Meet Henry, a young man who had a dream of climbing a mountain. But not just any mountain, he wanted to climb Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world. He was inspired by the stories of the legendary climbers who had conquered the mountain before him, and he wanted to add his name to that list. Henry knew that climbing Everest was not going to be easy. He spent months preparing for the climb, training his body and mind to face extreme conditions of the mountain. He studied roads, the weather, and the equipment needed for the climb. He talked to experienced climbers and learned from their mistakes. He was determined to succeed. Finally, the day of climb arrived. Henry and his team set out from the base camp, ready to face the challenges ahead. They climbed for hours and hours, battling the cold, the wind, and the altitude. But as they climbed higher and higher, the conditions became more and more dangerous. Some of the team members had to turn back, unable to continue, but Henry kept going, fueled by his determination and his dream. And finally, he made it to the summit. He had achieved his goal, but as he looked down at the world below him, he realized that the climb was not just about reaching the top. It was about the journey, the challenges, and the lessons he learned along the way. Here were some lessons of Henry learned on his journey that you can also apply to your own goal setting and achievements. Lesson 1. Set clear and specific goals, but be flexible in your approach. Henry knew he wanted to climb Everest, but he had to adapt to changing conditions and unexpected challenges along the way. Lesson 2. Break your goal down into smaller, achievable steps. Henry didn't climb Everest in one go. He had to take breaks and rest and focus on each stage of his climb. Lesson 3. Surround yourself with sportive and knowledgeable people. Henry relied on his team members and mentors to guide him and help him through the tough times. Lesson 4. Visualize your goal and believe in yourself. Henry had a clear picture of himself standing on top of Everest, and he believed in his ability to achieve his dream. Lesson 5. Be prepared for setbacks and obstacles. Henry faced many challenges on his climb, but he didn't let them deter him. Instead, he adapted and persevered. Lesson 6. Celebrate your achievements along the way. Henry took time to appreciate each step of his climb, and he celebrated with his team when they reach each milestone. This helped him stay motivated and focus on his ultimate goal. Lesson 7. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Henry knew that he couldn't climb Everest alone, and he relied on the support and expertise of his team and mentors. Asking for help can make a big difference in achieving your goals. Lesson 8. Keep learning and improving. Henry studied the mountain and learned from experienced climbers, and he used this knowledge to improve his own skills and techniques. Continuously learning and improving can help you stay motivated and make progress towards your goal. So, there you have it, the story of Henry's climb to the top of the world, and some tips for setting and achieving your own goals. Remember, it's not just about the destination, but the journey. Thanks for watching Improvement Zone. And we will see you in the next video.